Hello and welcome to the Tongue of the Trees channel. I'm Elizabeth Ashley, the Secret Healer, and I understand you want to know, what's peppermint essential oil good for? Well, you come to the right place. I am a clinical aromatherapist with over 25 years professional experience. I am the UK director of the National Association of Holistic Aromatherapists. I am an author of a Secret Healer series, of which there are 20 books in the series, and most importantly for this video, I am the co-creator of the Tongue in the Trees card. So, peppermint. Well, peppermint's a very complicated oil. It has many uses, and many of them are for the mental faculties and for the emotional faculties, and also, like all essential oils, it's very useful to help you with spiritual challenges in life. But we're not going to talk about that at all today. We're solely going to talk about the physical properties. And then afterwards, if at the end of that you think, oh, I do want to know more about that oil, I'm going to tell you how you can access another video that I made that's much more in depth, that talks about how it works on, excuse me, train. It works on the emotional body, how it works on the mind, very important with peppermint, and spiritually, as I say. We will talk about the safety. Now, there are a lot of safety issues with peppermint, and also we'll talk about how you can go about blending with it, because it's quite a hard oil to blend, isn't it? It's strong and potent, so which oils would it go well with? But I'll talk about that more in a moment when we've talked about the physical stuff. So what do I mean by physical? This body. Yeah. So I'm going to take that from this book. There's two reasons for that. Normally I would tell you it's because I'm being lazy, and that is definitely the truth. But also, I have to tell you, this isn't an oil I very often use. It's what people use it continuously, but it's not one of mine. I always talk about my healing clique. You know how you have your special set of friends, and each one has their own forte in life. Some are very good at listening, some are very good when you're poorly, some just are really good to have a good laugh with. Well, then if you longer you work with essential oils, you start to get a set like that. And you know how sometimes you have a set of friends and you're like, but I just don't trust that one. I wouldn't trust her as far as I could throw her. I like her, she's a good laugh, but I wouldn't tell her anything because I know it would be gossiped, etc. That's how I feel about peppermint, so I just don't use it. So that and rosemary, famously. Everybody who reads my books knows I don't trust rosemary and I don't trust peppermint. So in the book it says, historical uses of using this essential oil have included that it's stimulating, so don't use it before bed or you'll never sleep. This is one of the reasons, I have to say. I'm not very good with stimulants. I can't have caffeine, or I'm not very good at drinking. They just don't agree with me. So peppermint's another one, really. Actually, it's totally unrelated, but I will tell you an amusing story about me and peppermint. So people are often saying to me, you should have peppermint tea, you'd like that. And I'm like, so when I was 21, I spent some time in Egypt. And when I was a child, my parents collected carpets, beautiful oriental carpets. We still have many oriental carpets. And so we had a beautiful one from Tunisia, and I can remember having to go and get that from the freight terminal when it was imported, and it was very exciting. And so when we'd gone to Egypt, I'd said to my husband, my ex-husband now, but my husband, and said, I really want to go and look at the carpets in the souks. He said, oh, okay, we'll do that then. So, well, this is not natural, but I do have naturally red blonde hair, actually. It's faded over time, but I do. So when you were I was 21, you can imagine what the Arabs thought of me, with much slimmer, bigger, just as big boobs and masses of massive red hair. They just wanted me in that shop. So we were dragged into this merchant's shop, and obviously I can talk knowledgeably about carpets, in particular Muslim carpets. I know quite a lot about them. So the man just saw, I think they're dinar signs, but pound signs immediately. And so he said, come, I show you. And so he's got all these beautiful carpets on the back wall, and he's putting all the spotlights on them, turned everything out and just put the spotlights on to think, you want a drink? I said, oh, yes, I would love a drink, because it's very hot. It was June, so it was like 35 degrees, very, very hot. I'd love a drink, thank you. So he brings out this beautiful, oh, I should have got mine out, actually. Beautiful Egyptian teapot and shot glasses, and he pours it out, and I can't see. It's dark, all the lights on the wall. Well, my ex-husband, he's not somebody who will try things, so he's just going, well, no, you have it, because I only want to drink lemonade. That's all he drinks. And so I'm drink it back, and I knock back this peppermint tea, and there's tea leaves in it. And I mean, a lot of mint leaves, and there's no way I can swallow it because it's full of mint leaves. And he's talking to me about this, and he's going on about how this only Allah is perfect, so there is a fault. Can you see the fault? And I'm going, 45 minutes. I sat with that tea in my mouth. So that was a trauma. It's another reason why I don't like peppermint tea. But if you like peppermint tea, what I do like is my mint with my lamb on a Sunday. And this is a very long story to get us to my point. The reason why we have lamb on a have mint with our lamb is because of the tremendous digestive properties of peppermint. So you eat the lamb, it's very, very greasy, isn't it? It's full of fat. And so the peppermint is extremely good at breaking down the fat and helping you to digest it. So this is the main reason why you would use peppermint oil. But what would happen then if you've had lamb for your dinner and you've got some indigestion and you use peppermint oil? So this is top of the class if you get this right. You think, oh, I'm going to have it on before I go to bed. What's going to happen? Are you going to sleep? No, you're not going to sleep. So this is one of my main things that I like to get across in these videos. I've forgotten to bring it out. If you have like a medicine from the doctors, and you get that little piece of paper in it, don't you? And you fold it out, 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 and all the side effects, all the things that you shouldn't do with it, all the things you can't take it with. And then you're looking at it and you're going, the side effects of this are death. Well, I'm not going to do that. But you see, people will say to you that there are no side effects of essential oils. And that is true. But it's misinformation. Because essential oils don't have side effects. They have many main effects. So they will do lots of different things. So whilst, and we can see it here, whilst it will help with your digestion, you're not going to go to sleep because it's also stimulating. What it also is cooling and reviving and refreshing, and that helps to clear the head. So we're going to talk about this clearing the head a lot in the other video. But we'd say it's cephalic. It helps you think more clearly. So if you are trying to concentrate, great, because you want to be stimulated, don't you? But if you're anxious because you can't concentrate, that's going to stimulate you too much. Can you see what I'm saying? Can you see why I don't like it? what it is lovely for is it's lovely and refreshing if you've got hot feet in Egypt. So if you've got like I don't talk about them much on these videos, but I'm a big fan of hydrolats, you know, like hydrosols. It's like, we say it's the byproduct of a distillation. It's the water that's left behind after the essential oil has been taken away. Not strictly to, because they are a product in their own right. People make them in their own right now, but essentially that's what they are. So then we have a weaker version of peppermint. So if you're like me and you can't do the whole peppermint oil thing, peppermint hydrolat is beautiful, very refreshing for your hot feet. Now, another one of my bugbears, if somebody's got a temperature, it will bring down the temperature. If you're having hot flushes, it will bring down the heat. If you've watched these videos before, I am repeating myself and I'm sorry, because it's one of my pet hates. So there are lots and lots of videos on the internet that say essential oils for fevers. But please don't bring down a fever with essential oils. Don't do it. Because your body creates a fever as a way of kind of burning out the microbes in your body. It's its way of overcoming the microbe, to overcome the pathogen, if you like. So if you've got a fever, it shows that your body is doing what it's supposed to do. There's also a bit of naughty marketing, really, from not necessarily from the essential oils we have in our country. For example, we have Calpol, which is like a paracetamol thing, that they've kind of tried to make it look like every child needs Calpol if they've got a cold, if they've got a temperature, because it can cause an epileptic fit. But actually, a child shouldn't have Calpol to bring down the temperature, because it's the bringing down the temperature that can cause the fit. The fit comes as a change of the difference in temperature. So if a fit happens, it's because it's spiked really quickly, but bringing it down is just as dangerous too. So please, I wouldn't use it. I really wouldn't use it to bring down temperatures, but it does do that because it's very, very cooling, of course. Tonic to the liver. Again, repeating myself, I'm sorry. This was always going to happen the more of these videos that I did. Liver. The liver is one of the most fundamental, well, every organ's important, obviously, every organ's important, but it's the foreman of the body. It controls so many functions in the system. Digestion, metabolism, it even controls whether your blood clots properly. So many different things. So you need it to be working really well. However, if you exist in a stress condition, your body, your adrenal system, your adrenal gland has to secrete cortisol and other stress hormones, including adrenaline, continuously. Well, after a while, it kind of can't do that anymore. It becomes really exhausted. So it kind of goes, but I need to keep secreting this. In actual fact, it's bad for the body that it does it, but you're creating a stress situation, so that's what it has to do. So where's it going to get its energy from? Well, where it gets its energy from is from the liver. And then, of course, then the liver starts to sort of wanes, really, because it gets weakened. So then it becomes dysfunctional. So if you imagine your liver should be at 100%, but in actual fact it's only 70%, then you kind of got 30% to make up the difference that's toxic. And if it drops to 60, then we're going to 40% toxicity. So this is quite a bad situation. Now, essential oils on their own cannot remedy that situation. You need vitamins, etc. And I can always help you with that if you wanted to come and see me with as a patient, for example. But what peppermint does is it is a tonic for the liver. So if the liver is starting to wane, it gives it that kickstart to be able to start to detoxify itself and to be able to make it function better. So it's very good if somebody's been in a long-term stress situation, it's a tonic for the liver. So digestive, heartburn, indigestion, I would agree with all of that. And it also stimulates bile, again, needed for digestion. However, what I haven't put on there, I don't think, is headaches. I would really recommend it for headaches. Even I use it for headaches. So you have to be careful because it's quite a burning oil. And in the other video, we'll look at the safety because the safety is complicated. But a bit of lavender, a bit of peppermint, and actually about a bit of sweet basil diluted into carrier oil. And then on the temples, fantastic. Now, as I say, in the other video, we do go a lot more into the mental stuff, how it supports the mental health, but also what it can do for the emotions and how it helps you on your spiritual journey. And I don't mean religion per se, I mean that ongoing relationship with you have with yourself, how you develop through your lifetime, how you overcome obstacles of familial, societal, cultural, etc. to become you and remain you. It's an ongoing battle, isn't it? You get away from yourself and then come back to yourself. But there is no better tool, I don't think, than aromatherapy for that. That is proper aromatherapy. Smelling, that relationship with the vapour and that relationship the brain has with the vapour. Also, we'll look at the safety. As I say, can you use it in pregnancy? Can you use it around your animals? Is peppermint essential oil safe for cats? Is it safe for dogs? Can you use it on children? I'll give you a quick clue. Children in particular is difficult, so we'll talk about that more in depth. And also any contraindications with drugs. And yeah, there's lots. So please don't miss that video. It's too complicated to do on this video. We'll do it on them. You can see it in the masterclass. But also, what I haven't shown you, the beautiful cards. As I say, we don't talk about those cards very much in these videos because these solely relate to the mental and emotional and spiritual. And aren't they beautiful? Now, I have no responsibility whatsoever for anything to do with anything that's visual because I don't have a visual bone in my body. So they are the responsibility of a Hungarian aromatherapist, Gergely Halodi, who is my co-creator. Incidentally, what I did turn up. I wrote the poems that go with the cards, and they are as if the plant is talking to you. This is what I will help you with. This is what I know. This is what I'm good at. Let me help you with that. These are the poems that I wrote. What Gergely is also very good at, apart from making things stunningly beautiful, he's an amazing blender. He's got a better eye than me, and he's got a much better nose than I have. So when I was writing the notes, I went through and I went, oh, I can teach you the emotional, the mental, the physical, the spiritual. I can teach you the safety. I can tell you how I would use it, and I'm going to leave a big gap for Gergely to write what oils he puts with it. What essential oils blend well with peppermint essential oil? So I've stolen it. So we'll enjoy that, I think. So incidentally, if you are somebody who sells doTERRA peppermint essential oil or Young Living peppermint essential oil, and you think, well, I want every possible tip that I can get to help me sell the essential oils, fantastic. Come across and learn about not only the safety but the emotional, etc. We've given you the physical, but there are 56 of these cards. So if you want to know about aromatherapy, I'm the right person. But if you want to know about YouTube, you ask a 10-year-old, don't you? So I'm going to hand you over in a moment to Dexter, my son, who is going to explain how you can like and how you can share the video if you want to, how you can subscribe, and please do, because all of those really help my my channel, and thank you if you do that, and thank you for coming to the end of this video with me. But also there's a piece of magic apparently that you can do something to get notifications every time Gergely and I upload any content. And given that there's 56 cards, that's a hell of a lot of masterclasses completely for free to you. So this is what is Peppermint Essential Oil good for. If you want to do the deeper one, look in the description below and you will see the link to the new video. Hop on across and we'll go more deeply into what is Peppermint Essential Oil good for. See you on the other side.
So you get your phone, you turn it this way up, and then there's a little red subscribe button. Turn it grey by clicking it, and then there's a little bell. Click that and press all, and at the bottom of your phone or tablet or computer it will say you will receive all notifications. And then there's a little hand with a thumbs up. Click that, it'll turn it blue and it says added to your liked videos, and there will be comments, and if you want to you can send a comment and say like hi's to Mum and Gerglei, and then the link to the next video will be in the description below underneath the video. So bye.